Welcome to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast with Dat Boy Mo 629. Discussing everything fitness and everything motivation. Here is where you will get your fitness education and motivational fix. Now, here's your host, Dat Boy Mo 629.
What's good, everybody? It's Dat Boy Mo 629 coming to y'all with another edition of the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. This time we about to talk about some professional wrestling right now. We about to talk about a woman who I called a year ago to be the future of the WWE. I called when I watched her on NXT, when I saw how she got down. I call now, one of the things about professional wrestling, I'm a big professional wrestling fan. If you don't know, now you know. Start It, Own It, Finish is going to be more centered around like professional wrestling, football. My passion that also centers around fitness as far as like goal making and everything like that, goal setting, goal achieving and all that stuff. I got my show notes and I also got show notes now. So I'm trying to be more, more professional, so to speak, and more ready for my podcast. Hell. But this time we're about to talk about Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is right now she is the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. They got two championships. They got Raw, who is Rhea Ripley, and they got SmackDown, who is Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is an up and coming, just jumpstart, upstart, whatever you want to call it, superstar. And I called this a year ago. I've been watching professional wrestling since I was a kid. Little boy, I've been watching professional wrestling still to this day. Now, people can be like, oh, man, wrestling's fake. Wrestling this and wrestling that. Wrestling is entertainment. Pro wrestling is entertainment. And they are also, one of the reasons I do want to start incorporating professional wrestling and football into my podcast, into my basically my fitness brand, is because I believe professional wrestlers, amateur wrestlers, boxers, and football players are the best conditioned athletes in the world. That's my opinion. Period, point blank. I believe they are the best conditioned athletes. Now, a lot of people, you may say that wrestling is fake, but at the end of the day, football players to tell you, boxers to tell you that have competed at that level, that when they got into the wrestling ring, when they did like a, what you want to call it, a cameo, whatever, as professional wrestling, it's damn hard. Gronk could tell you. Rob Gronkowski would tell you. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather would tell you. You know what I'm saying? Professional wrestling is hard. As well as amateur wrestling. Football is hard, bro. The training they go through is intense training. But let's get back to Tiffany Stratton here. Tiffany Stratton, on my show notes, right? It's one of the fastest rising stars. And she started out as a gymnast. Now, a high-level gymnast at that, right? Who was in the Olympics. She got invited to the Olympics. So that goes to tell you her level of fitness. If you look at some old pictures of Tiffany Stratton, the girl had a six-pack. Now, if you know anything about women and fitness and body fat and six-packs are damn near almost impossible to get as a female, because of the level of body fat that they must have to have normal hormonal function, period. So she's a little bit on the heavier, on the fluffier side now. But when she was coming up in the game, she had all types of six packs and muscles and all that stuff. The girl is doing this flippy shit. She's doing this flip shit and all that stuff. This Tiffy time and all. She has what it takes to be a WWE superstar in this day and age. She has athleticism, she has the look, and she has charisma. And she knows how to talk on the mic as well. She just started in WWE not even too long ago. I want to say about 2021, she started in WWE. Then August 2021, she officially signed with WWE. And she made her in-ring debut on 205 Live in November that year. So she had August, September, October. She had basically 2 months of training before she even got into a wrestling ring and wrestled in front of people. And then even here it says she stood out from the start, right? Her persona as the buff Barbie perfectly blends athleticism, charisma, and confidence. That's what fans love when they see wrestlers come up in a game. No matter what you do, you got to have that. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. And I want to kind of like get into Tiffany's upbringing and how she became a superstar so fast at such a young age. She's 25 years old right now. So she's 25. Think about that. 25 years old. Got into the WWE, NXT, signed WWE in 2021. So it's 2025 right now. She should be 26. At 22 years old, she signed with the WWE. She championed at 25. In 3 years of the WWE brand, people only dream of that. So that just goes to show how much intensity and how much she really did to get to where she's at. So I want to get back to, I'm looking at some of the show notes here, and her workouts are typically a combination of strength training, gymnastics inspired movements, and CrossFit exercises, right? She focused on compound lifts. And I've always said this is, compound lifts as far as functional fitness, what you have to do. Like squats, deadlifts, bench presses to build overall strength, right? And her gymnastics background with his body weight exercise, calisthenics, right? So, and some of her go-to exercises are push-ups, tricep dips, bench presses, rowing, and kettlebell workouts. All great workouts, all good workouts. I'm not pervious to one. It's all about preference. When you want to create your workout program, it's all about preference and basically what you want to do and what you enjoy doing. A lot of people who quit don't enjoy their workout because they don't do what they enjoy. They do what they hate, and they hate working out. In turn, guess what? They stop working out because they don't like what they're doing. So you got to find what you do what you enjoy to do. She also emphasized the importance of core training, right? Which she attributes to her time as a gymnast. Core, having a strong core is important for everyone. Your core is the center of your body. So your core strength determines basically everything else. Make sure you have strong, whether you can do push-ups, or you can, hold yourself up, or you can do squats, deadlifts. The core is not just your abs. I want to naturally, a lot of people don't understand that when you say, oh, core workout, core strength, the core of your body is basically the lumbo-hip complex. So your lower back, your abs, and your obliques, right? The whole front and back is your core. So, and that determines a lot, especially about like balance, strength, stability, all that. So, as far as motivation, once again, this is Start of Own and Finish the podcast. I like to talk about motivation. I like to talk about consistency. I talk about discipline. And Tiffany exudes all of that. The people that I'm going to highlight on this podcast are people that you can get motivated. I can get motivated by. I can get inspired by. You can get inspired by. Because, you know what I'm saying, if the person that you look up to, or the person that you follow, or the person that you get inspired by have certain traits that you want to mimic, then the odds are you carry it out in how you do things. So Tiffany said in interviews, now this is ironic, but in interviews, her biggest inspiration is Charlotte Flair, right? One of WWE's most decorated female wrestlers. Tiffany admires Charlotte's work ethic, confidence, and ability to perform at the highest level. Charlotte also has a six-pack. Charlotte also trains like crazy. Charlotte also has a very low percentage of body fat. And Charlotte also is just incredible in the ring. Her father's Ric Flair. A lot of people have to contribute. Oh, yeah, her dad, Ric Flair. That's why but if you watch Charlotte in the ring, she is one of the top female wrestlers of all time. So Tiffany's mindset is to find someone at a high level, be inspired by that person that's at a high level, and mimic and be disciplined and be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Be motivated by that person. So Greatness begets greatness. Kobe had Michael. Michael had Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? So LeBron had MJ. You know what I'm saying? So greatness begets greatness at the end of the day. A lot of fighters, Jack Dempsey, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, as far as boxing and stuff like that. Football players, who do certain football players emulate? They got somebody they looked up to, who they emulate, who they watched, who they follow. And with Tiffany, it was Charlotte Flair. I'm gonna do episode on Charlotte Flair maybe down the line, but right now we're doing it on Tiffany because Tiffany the hottest thing going in WWE right now. So before WWE, before she became a WWE superstar, she already had a list of impressive accomplishments. She competed on a national level, like the 2016 USA Gymnastics Championship. We talking about national. We ain't talking about local. We ain't talking about state. We talking about national. If any of you athletes out there that competed high school, competed at all, getting to the state level, even city level of anything is difficult. Getting to the state level is way difficult. And getting to the national level, pretty damn impressive. So for her to do that, you know what I'm saying, in 2016, so that's pretty damn impressive. And, and she also dabbled, you know what I'm saying? She dabbled. She found her when gymnastics didn't work out for her. And this is another thing I want to tell people. If something don't work out, it's not the end of the road for you. You got to find what works. And I go for everything in life. So, like, if a certain career don't work out, be like, man, this career ain't for me. It's not too late to go back to school. It's not too late to learn a new trade. It's not too late to learn a new skill, right? You have to find what fits you, period. You find what fits you, you all good. So she dabbled in gymnastics. That really didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't take her to the level that she wanted to. Really, unless you're Simone Biles and some other people. She did bodybuilding, she did CrossFit, and now she's in pro wrestling. Well, pro wrestling actually hit. So after pro wrestling, we don't know what she's gonna do. She may go into acting, she may do some other thing, but pro wrestling is what suit her right now. And she has shown that hard work and dedication can open doors and new opportunities. If you work hard, people will notice. If you work hard, people will notice, people will take notice, and people will, see that. And people will, network with you and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, hard work isn't worthless. So some key takeaways for, I'm saying, like, from this episode for Tiffany Stratton. All right, she have done some amazing things. I watch her matches. She has some really good matches. I mean, like, as far as like her acting skills too, as far as like how her emotions. There was a scene that a year ago when she was in NXT, she was like somebody's maid or whatever, and butler or whatever you want to call it, servant, and she had to go into step in like cow doo-doo, cow shit. You know what I'm saying? She was willing to get dirty and willing to be around shit to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Dressed up in her little skimpy dress and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? It was good entertainment. But what can you really learn from Tiffany Stratton? Right? First, your fitness journey. The fitness journey is your own fitness journey. Right? It's not nobody else's. It's not mine. If you want to be like The Rock, his fitness journey is not your fitness journey. If you want to be like Tiffany Stratton, her fitness journey is not your fitness journey. Your fitness journey is your own. So don't be afraid to pivot when life throws you a curveball, right? So she went from gymnastics, from bodybuilding to wrestler. John Cena, he wanted to be a bodybuilder. He went from bodybuilding to wrestling. The Rock wanted to be a football player first. That didn't work for him. He went to professional wrestling. Batista, who's an actor right now, he wanted to be a bodybuilder. He went to professional wrestling. Now he's an actor. Don't be afraid to pivot. The first choice may not hit. You see what I'm saying? The first choice may not hit. But if you skilled enough, determined enough, and use your work ethic and you never give up on yourself, you never know what the hell gonna happen. Hell, never know what's gonna happen. So, and second, fitness is more than just beauty, good looks, right? It's about strength, flexibility, and mindset. And we all get into the mind frame of, man, I need to look this way, I need to look that way, I need to yada, yada, yada. But you also need to feel. Listen to me when I say this. You need to feel a way too, mentally and physically. You need to feel in your best shape, and you need to feel confident. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of fit people out there that's not confident. There's a lot of fit people out there that don't feel good. Because they got bad organs, or they just overall health is just terrible. You think lean bodybuilders drop dead from a heart attack. They look great. You seen real good looking fit people commit suicide because their mental ain't right. So at the end of the day, it's more than just about looks. It's about strength, flexibility, and mindset. And finally, confidence. Confidence for showing up for yourself every single day. Tiffany embodies that, right? She embodies the start it, own it, finish it philosophy. She embodies it, right? She owned a lot of stuff and couldn't finish them until she found something that fit her. She started it. She owned it. She's finishing it. She is a WWE women's champion. You know how hard that is? It's predetermined, but it's hard to have the machine of the WWE get behind you and strap a belt on you, to trust you to run that division, to lead that division at the WWE level. She did it in NXT, which is the developmental, and she did it in WWE, which is the big league. She's the WWE champion right now on SmackDown. So she's leading that division. What she do with it, not sure. But at the end of the day, she got it. She's 25 years old. She got at least, if she wants 10 more years in the business, at least. If she's 35 years old, at least. We talking 2035, bro. That is a long time, right? 2035 is a long. Imagine how, if you listen to this podcast, where you going to be in 10 years? Where am I going to be in 10 years? Where's she going to be in 10 years? She got 10 years. She's 25 years old. She is a young whippersnapper doing her thug thizzles. At the end of the day, listen, more props to her. I called this out when I first saw her. I called this out when I seen her, you know what I'm saying, with the Barbie gimmick. I saw how she was, you know what I'm saying. I have a knack of seeing talent in the WWE. Like my dog Ricochet, who's in AEW right now, right? I told people years ago he needs to turn heel. He don't need to be a babyface. He need to turn heel, do like a King Ricochet gimmick or something like that, to where he's a heel. People didn't like him as a face. He goes to AEW, becomes a heel. People like, let him cook. Let's see what he can do. The guy needed to turn heel, and heel termed in professional wrestling is the bad guy. What can he do with the bad guy? The dude turned heel, ain't look back. We about to watch Ricochet cook. But back to Tiffany, right? So she embodies the started on and finished philosophy. Congratulations to Tiffany Stratton, right? She could be the next Trish Stratus. She can probably be better than Trish Stratus if they play their cards right. As far as being a legend in the business of professional wrestling and WWE, if everything just works out in her favor, she can be better than Charlotte Flair, potentially, maybe. But right now, like I said, she embodies everything, started on to finish it. She had that motivation, she had that discipline, she had the consistency, and it ended up in results at the end of the day. Right? So thanks for tuning in today's episode of Started on the Finish It podcast. Tiffany Stratton's story is a great reminder that fitness isn't just about perfection. It's about progress and persistence. It's about staying the course and winning the course, right? So if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, right? So I was gonna say TikTok, because TikTok might be getting banned, so I ain't even gonna worry about TikTok. All right, you know what I'm saying? On Instagram, H1 Warrior Fitness. On Facebook, Mo It's the fitness trainer page. Just type up H1 Warrior and YouTube H1 Warrior. If you ready to take your fitness journey to the next level, stay tuned for more episodes as we simplify fitness and help you make it a sustainable part of your life. Remember, you know what it is. Start it, own it, finish it.
You've been listening to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. Be sure to subscribe to receive new episodes. Link up with Dat Boy Mo 629 on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or visit him at ace1warrior.com. Until next time, start it, own it, finish it.